I'm going to win, not because life is easy, not because the path is clear, but because quitting is not an option. Every challenge I face, every setback I endure is not a signal to stop. It's a test to see how badly I want it. Is not for those who wish. It's for those who work, who rise after every fall, and who refuse to be defined by defeat. When I say, I'm going to win, I'm not making a prediction. I'm making a promise to myself, to my dreams, and to the people who believe in me. I'm declaring that no matter how many times life knocks me down, I will get up stronger. Pain will not break me, it will shape me. Doubt will not stop me, it will fuel me. The truth is, winners are not born, they are built. They are forged in struggle, molded in disappointment, and sharpened by rejection. Every scar tells a story of survival. Every failure teaches a lesson in resilience. Winning isn't about being perfect. It's about being persistent. It's about waking up every morning with the fire to fight again, even when yesterday burned you down. There will be moments when no one believes in you, when your efforts go unseen, when your progress feels invisible. But that's when real champions are made, in silence, in solitude, in the moments when the world isn't clapping for you. Because true victory begins within. You must first win the battle in your mind before you ever win anything outside of it. Say it with conviction, I'm going to win. Not someday, not eventually, now. Every decision I make, every action I take will move me closer to that vision. I will train harder, think smarter, and stay consistent when others give up. My faith will be my foundation. My discipline will be my weapon, and my purpose will be my compass. The world rewards those who refuse to surrender. So, I'm not waiting for luck or miracles. I'm creating my own momentum. When fear whispers that I can't, I'll shout louder that I can. When obstacles block my way, I'll build a path through them. Because a winner doesn't look for comfort. A winner looks for growth. And one day, when I stand at the top, not because I was the most talented, but because I was the most determined, I'll look back and say, every tear, every sleepless night, every sacrifice was worth it. Because I didn't just win the race, I conquered myself. So remember this, winning isn't just about trophies or applause. It's about proving to yourself that you had the courage to start, the strength to endure, and the heart to finish. I'm going to win, not because it's guaranteed, but because I refuse to do anything else. Persistence over perfection. That's the difference between those who dream and those who achieve. Too many people wait for the perfect moment, the perfect plan, or the perfect condition to begin. But perfection is a myth. It's a trap that keeps you standing still while the world moves forward. The truth is, progress doesn't come from doing everything right. It comes from never giving up when things go wrong. Every great achiever started imperfectly. They stumbled, they failed, they doubted themselves, but they kept going. That's what persistence is. The refusal to quit, even when the odds are stacked against you. It's waking up every day and taking one more step, even when yesterday drained every ounce of strength you had. Success is not a straight line. It's a long, winding road filled with challenges that test your faith, your patience, and your will to continue. When you chase perfection, you become afraid to fail. You hesitate, you overthink, and you lose momentum. But when you focus on persistence, you free yourself from fear. You start to see failure not as an ending, but as a stepping stone. Every mistake becomes a lesson. Every setback becomes preparation for something greater. You begin to understand that perfection doesn't make you successful. Persistence does. Think about it. No champion ever reached the top without failing first. Every legend, every winner, every success story has chapters filled with pain, loss, and self-doubt. But what separates them from the rest is that they never stopped turning the pages. They kept writing their story even when others thought it was over. That's the heart of persistence. To believe in your own comeback even when no one else does. Perfection tells you to wait until you're ready. Persistence tells you to start with what you have. Perfection wants everything to look flawless. Persistence wants progress, no matter how small. And in the end, it's those small, imperfect steps that lead to massive transformation. Because the truth is, no one remembers how many times you failed. They only remember that you never quit. There will be days when everything seems to fall apart. Days when you question if it's all worth it. That's when persistence matters the most. It's easy to keep going when things are good, but true strength is proven when you keep pushing through the storm. When you refuse to surrender to pain, rejection, or doubt, you become unstoppable. You stop being driven by emotion and start being led by purpose. You don't need to be perfect to win. You just need to stay consistent. The person who keeps showing up, even when they're tired, even when they're uncertain, will always outlast the one who waits for the right time. Because persistence is the quiet power that turns average people into extraordinary ones. Every step forward, no matter how small, brings you closer to your goal. Every act of discipline, every moment of resilience builds the foundation of your success. It's not about how perfect you look on the journey. It's about how committed you are to finishing it. So, stop chasing perfection. Embrace the grind, embrace the struggle, and keep moving forward. Let your scars tell the story of your strength. Let your persistence speak louder than your excuses. Because one day, you'll look back and realize it wasn't perfection that got you there. It was your relentless will to keep going when everything in you said to stop. Victory begins in the mind. Every great achievement, every remarkable success story starts not with luck or talent, but with belief. Belief that you can, belief that you will. Belief that no obstacle is too great to stop you. The mind is the battlefield where every victory or defeat is decided long before the first step is taken. When your thoughts are aligned with determination and faith, your actions follow with unstoppable force. The truth is, your mind can either be your greatest weapon or your worst enemy. It can lift you up to heights you never imagined or bury you under the weight of doubt and fear. That's why mastering your mindset is the first step toward any kind of success. You can train your body, develop your skills, and plan every detail. But if your mind is weak, none of it will matter. Every champion, every leader, every winner in history had one thing in common. They refused to lose in their mind. When you wake up in the morning and look at yourself in the mirror, you have a choice. You can tell yourself that life is unfair, that you're tired, that you're not good enough. Or you can tell yourself that today you will rise, that today you will win. It may sound simple, but those small declarations shape your future. Because what you believe, you become. The thoughts you repeat daily become the story you live. There will be moments when life throws chaos your way. Plans will fail. People will disappoint you. You will make mistakes that shake your confidence. But this is where the power of the mind reveals itself. A weak mind sees failure as the end. A strong mind sees it as a beginning. A weak mind complains about the storm. A strong mind learns to dance in the rain. Mental toughness is not about ignoring pain. It's about transforming it into purpose. Winning in life is not about having the easiest path. It's about having the strongest mindset. It's about pushing forward even when the odds are against you. The moment you stop saying, "Why me?" and start saying, "Try me," you shift from victim to victor. The world doesn't change. You do. And once your mind changes, everything else follows. Train your mind to see possibilities, not problems. Feed it with positivity, discipline, and courage. Read, learn, grow. Because what you put into your mind determines what you get out of life. Protect your thoughts like a treasure, because they are. If you keep telling yourself that you can't, you never will. But if you keep saying, "I'm capable, I'm strong, I'm going to win," your mind will begin to believe it, and your actions will start proving it. Even when no one believes in you, even when you stand alone, your mindset will carry you through. Champions are not defined by applause or recognition. They are defined by their inner conviction. They see victory before it happens. They visualize success when no one else can. That vision fuels their persistence, and that persistence turns into reality. So guard your mind, strengthen your belief, and never allow fear to speak louder than faith. The greatest battles you'll ever face are not against people, time, or circumstances. They're against your own doubts. Conquer those doubts, and you'll conquer everything. Remember this: victory doesn't start when you cross the finish line. It begins the moment you decide in your heart and mind that quitting is not an option. Once your mind says, "I will win," nothing in the world can stop you, because victory truly begins in the mind.